Breaking news. The Wisconsin Supreme Court issues a blockbuster ruling and hands vote suppressors a big loss. Welcome back to Democracy Docket. I'm Mark Elias.
And I'm Paige Moskowitz. Let's get started.
You know, Paige, there's not a lot of good court news to celebrate these days, it doesn't feel like, but a big victory for voting rights in the state of Wisconsin. In a 4-3 decision, the Wisconsin Supreme Court rejected an effort by vote suppressors to make it harder for people in that state to vote.
This case started in 2022 when the election clerk of Racine, Wisconsin, created a mobile voting van that was driven around the city, acting as a mobile absentee voting site to meet voters where they were in their neighborhoods, to make voting access easier. And of course, a right-wing group called the Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty filed a lawsuit claiming that that van was illegal and that cities have limited power when it comes to establishing absentee voting sites.
Yeah, and this was a big case. You know, my law firm got involved. We intervened on behalf of the Wisconsin Alliance for Retired Americans to fight against this effort. And as you say, this case has been going on for a couple of years and has had different twists and turns in it. But throughout the whole thing, you know, the Republican Party filed amicus briefs on the other side. It has been clear that Republicans have wanted to make it harder to vote. They've tried to make it harder to vote throughout the country. They tried to make it harder to vote in Wisconsin. In this case, they tried through this lawsuit to make it harder to vote. But Paige, once again, we have seen the courts be the ones who have stood up and have rejected these efforts to make it harder for people to be able to cast their ballots.
Today's decision by the Wisconsin Supreme Court actually dismisses the lawsuit entirely, finding that the right-wing group did not have standing to sue. They did not issue a ruling on the merits of the case. They did not say whether or not the van itself was legal. However, what this means is that moving forward, cities in Wisconsin can continue to establish in-person absentee voting sites without any new restrictions. Now in Wisconsin, an in-person absentee voting sites allows voters to request, fill out, and submit an absentee ballot all on the spot with the help of election officials.